Hello, this is Gary Maloney here for Sacktown Slam, and I am here once again with my friend Ivan. And we're here to cover the first round of the Mae Young Classic.
That's an old lady.
Yeah, a very respectable old lady. She was one of the first, for those of you that don't know, she was the first female wrestler. Now, I want to say this. Not all of these matches were as entertaining as I'd hoped. They were not near as on par as the Cruiserweight Classic. But there were a few of them that were very entertaining that I felt the wrong person might have come out on top. I don't know. How do you feel overall about that?
It was entertaining, but it was kind of a coin toss, kind of. If you wanted someone to win, it may not necessarily have been the person to win. But it was still entertaining. I guess that's what their main thing is, entertain the crowd and give me at least a good match. And for the most part, I could say there were good matches, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it seems like it felt to me like the overall it could have been a bit more organized in terms of skill, because you could tell that there were certain women out there that had a way higher skill level than other women. I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah, but I think, I don't know. See, in my opinion, the cruiserweight thing, they had that was better because they gave it a time and they didn't do like they did with the Mae Young Classic. They had it where it's 4 episodes, 4 matches each at Word Go that they showed. With the cruiserweight, they had whatever set of matches, and then you had to wait until the next week to see the next matches, and then the next week. I think they should have given more of a matches and then wait, matches and wait, instead of what they did.
Yeah, because I don't know currently right now when the next set of matches are coming. I will inform everybody when that is, if that's already been released. I'll probably talk about that on my Monday or Tuesday night episode. I'm off for the weekend, so this will be my last show for the week, as the two of us are going to be at Sack Anime
for life. Too sweet.
And speaking of too sweet, that seemed to be the definitely the favorite thing to be said by the crowd.
2 sweet. Yeah, son of a bitches.
On top of Aussie, oi.
Not to mention, there wasn't really that many Australian people there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wrestling-wise, I'm sure there was Australian fans, but wrestling-wise for females, there weren't that many. There were more Americans than any other thing there.
Yeah, so I mean, the fans were trying to pump themselves up any way they can, which is something they do pretty well at Full Sail University. They don't need no goddamn beach ball to do that. So, agreed.
Yeah. Oi.
Anyway, first match was Princess Suhei versus Kaylee Ray. And Princess Suhei is from Monterrey, Mexico. Monterrey, Mexico. And she's 5'1", and she fought Kaylee Ray, who's from Glasgow, Scotland.
Scotland.
And she was 5'5".
You want some haggis? Oh.
These two, it was a decent match. For an opening match, I think these two skill was very good. I like what we saw from Princess Suhei. And I mean, more so than from Kaylee Ray, because she seemed kind of bland. I mean, I don't know what you thought.
My thing is, like I said, there's a lot of Americans, and I was expecting it to be like the Cruiserweight Classic, where you had more Mexican, Japanese, Chinese, whatever else, Indian, but we had was a lot of Americans, and she for a Mexican, she did, not to be racist, but I'm saying like it was more luchador, it was more very filled, she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't a sexy star in the ring. You know what I mean?
No breaking arms.
Yeah, no
bad
arm breaking.
Star.
Bad.
Shame.
Shame.
You know what happens? Okay, we're gonna shave your head. We're gonna make you walk around naked. That's what's gonna happen. Shame.
No, we're just gonna shave your head and make you join the straight edge society. But anyway, this match lasted 5 minutes and 59 seconds. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, this was a good match. I won't say it was a great match, but it was what it was. Then the next match was Vanessa Bourne versus Serena Deeb. Now, Serena Deeb is sort of kind of on that path of redemption, because the whole thing with her is that she was a part of the WWE.
For those that don't know, she was part of the Straight Edge Society. She was the one that got her head shaved by CM Punk and was part of the Straight Edge Society with CM Punk and Luke Gallows. Nerd!
Yeah, and unfortunately, she stated in her, first interview that she, basically, she let all that go because she got addicted to alcohol, and, well, things didn't go so well. So, it was what it was for her, that's for sure. And then she went against Vanessa Bourne, whom, and I keep trying to find these names.
No relation to Evan Bourne, so don't everybody go like, oh, she related to Evan? No, there's no relation. No relation at all. I made the joke watching it. I thought, maybe she was related. I looked it up, and there's no relation whatsoever, so.
Yeah, she's definitely not related to Evan Bourne. Nerd.
More like Evan Boring. That's why he's part of the other company.
Yes.
Got lucky and beat Bobby Lashley, though.
But, oh my gosh. There it is. Now, Vanessa Bourne was from
Scottsdale, Arizona.
5'4". Another American, and then obviously Serena Deeb was from
Fairfax, Virginia. Again, another American.
So, both very short. They were given some decent time, and Serena Deeb did show some decent ring skill. So I don't think she's completely lost her skill. I would say it was one of the better matches of night one. Serena Deeb won this match. And in the end, and she won by submission. And was a half bad match. I just don't think it was like the match of round one. We'll get to that one when we get to it. Then you had Shayna Baszler versus Zeta.
For those that don't know, Shayna Baszler is part of Ronda Rousey's Four Horsewomen of UFC. UFC, not WWE. So this was a little more for me. Okay, another UFC fighter. Is she just going to bully through everybody and, just destroy people? was a good match, but I wouldn't say she bullied.
Well, the way she won the match was by an arm drag. I wouldn't entirely say that she bullied her
She
way.
choked.
But she choked her using a choke from under the neck. It's like, they don't do that here. Cough, cough.
This isn't the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird. And, But, Shayna Baszler won. And, she definitely just, proved that she was the Queen of Spades. And all of her buddies were there rooting her on.
Wearing her little Queen of Spades thingamajig with her hands. Thought she was throwing up gang signs for a minute. I was like, whoa, who y'all calling out there? Oh. She wasn't the only one throwing up little hand things, by the way. There was other people, and we'll get to that.
Now, Zelda is from another American from Richmond, Virginia. She was 5'5", so somewhat larger. And then Shayna Baszler is from
Sioux
Falls?
South
Dakota. And she's 5'7". So she's a tall bitch. You know what I mean?
She's tall for a female. 5'7" is an average height for a male.
Yeah.
Male.
I'm 5'5", and that's more or less because my growth was stunted because I got muscular dystrophy. But more or less, Shayna Baszler is a beast, and I see her probably meeting, some of the bigger women in this tournament. So I think that she's so ready. And then you had Abby Laith versus Jazzy Gabbert. And by the way, Shayna Baszler won in 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
By choking her out.
By choking out Zeta. Congratulations for letting a UFC chick fucking run the roost. Then you had Abby Laith versus Jazzy Gabbert. Now, Jazzy Gabbert is from Germany, and she is not your typical frou-frou lady there. I'm going to tell you that right now.
She's more of a China, like big, I'm going to destroy you. I will fight dudes, and there's nothing you could do about it, okay, because I will beat them up too. It's like, what the fuck, just calm down.
Yeah, she is from Berlin, Germany, and she's 6'1". Holy shit.
She is the tallest in the tournament. The tallest.
Well, the tallest in day one anyway.
No, that's, that's including every single chick, all 32. She's the tallest.
Is she the tallest?
Yep. And then the second tallest being Aisha. But we'll get to her.
We'll get to Aisha on I think it's day 2 or day 3.
Something like that.
But, I mean, Jazzy Gabbert, I was shocked to see that she lost. And in my opinion, Abby Laith, who is another American from Seattle, Washington, who's 5'4". You're having a woman who is, let's see, I think that's 9 inches shorter than the other woman, win because she rolled her up. Bullshit. This chick, if they would have allowed them to just straight up fight and make it a shoot match,
the German would have won.
The German would have won, most definitely. And, she's the kind of chick that I'd want to see in NXT, Jazzy Gabbert. Now, Abby Laith, I mean, she just reminds me of your atypical, frou-frou woman in the WWE. I mean,
she's short like a lot of them are.
She's got a pretty face.
Like a lot of them.
And
you don't have nowadays. Charlotte's tall.
I mean, yeah, Charlotte's tall.
Tamina's tall. And if you want to talk about tall and a little on the hefty side, Nia
Jax, yeah.
But everybody else is smaller than that.
Yeah, everybody else is 5-something. And, so, you know...
It would have been nice to add another big, tall girl.
Powerful
to that group of tall women.
Yeah, and I think that her going through NXT, even if they choose to keep some of these women, I mean... I like her. I like her backstory. I mean, I did make some jokes about her kind of looking like a guy. But, yeah, I mean, she's rough and powerful like one, too. I mean, she's even got she's tatted up, like, everywhere. She's got tattoos all over her arms. It's like if you met this chick in a back alley, you'd be afraid you ran into a guy, you know?
And then she finally talks, and you're like, oh, you're not a guy, I think? Maybe you had a sex change? I don't know. But either way, she'd freak you out because she's huge. She's fucking tall.
Yeah.
And she's not scrawny, skinny tall. She's like, she has muscles. She's tall.
Got muscle tone.
It's scary.
Well, it is scary. That's why WWE needs more women on the scary side.
Like China.
Like Nia Jax, to me, she's got the sexy scary, kind of like Awesome Kong used to have. You know what I mean? Not everything has to be sex related. I mean, I just feel like if this is your women's revolution, then have variations of beauty.
Let them do like they do, and I'm going to mention this company, Lucha Underground, where the women actually fight the men to place in certain things and get away with it. You need to let it happen if you're going to want to have a women's revolution and you want to have bigger women, then do it. Don't pussyfoot around.
Yeah, remember when China won the Intercontinental title? Do you remember that?
That might be a cuss word now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah!
I say yeah!
Yeah!
Oh, fuck the Revival. Now, next episode, we had Mercedes Martinez versus Xylee.
I believe how you say it.
Yes.
I believe she's Chinese, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure.
Well,
she's either Chinese or the South Korean one. I don't remember.
Well, let me look it up here. There we go. She's Chinese.
Chongqing, China. See? Chinese. She's 5'3". Again, short, small woman.
And Mercedes is
Waterbury, Connecticut. Another American, but normal size for a woman, 5'7".
Well, is that 5'7"? Oh yeah, it's 5'7" and 5'3". Now, this match was okay. Mercedes won by submission, which
I didn't think it was gonna happen.
I didn't think it was going to happen that way either.
And the reason why I believe she won is she has a lot more experience wrestling. This is for Xylee's first wrestling match ever.
Yeah, and
ever. So
well, and for WWE to even give her that platform, that must mean they had a lot of trust in Xylee and what they saw at the Performance Center.
She has a lot of potential. They must have seen or something.
So,
which means we possibly could see Xylee on NXT.
I think we could see a lot of these women on NXT. You know, we need an influx of women because we've had a shit show of women. Like, remember Miss All Red Nothing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit show. Remember, you know, the pasty white British chick? You know what I mean?
We will not mention her name.
Yes. So,
because she's supposedly not in the WWE, supposedly.
Except she's in 2K18.
2K18 and she had something with quote unquote Xavier Woods. Oh, my bad. That's what happens. That's what happens.
You don't have to be all rated R about it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and say her name now. Paige, we're talking to you, Sister Lightness.
But yeah, Mercedes and Xylee went for 3 minutes and 5 seconds, so it wasn't a long match. So I just feel, I don't know. I felt like this one could have gone a little longer.
Well, a lot of these matches, in my opinion, could have gone longer. You're trying to make a women's revolution, and you want to try to make it them basically saying we could hang with the guys, we could do matches like the guys. There are some of their matches could be, if they're setting it up right, the shortest 15, 20 minutes. The shortest male match.
In fact, that first episode was 20 minutes and 30 seconds of wrestling. The rest of it was for promos and ring entrances. So, honestly, you know, how are you going to give us a 40-minute show when only half of it's wrestling? Come on, WWE. Figure it out. We don't want to see fuck tons of promos. Wrestling.
If you want to give us what they are and who they are, don't make it so long. It's unnecessary. I mean, you could give them a promo. We're not telling you not to give them a promo. What we are saying is promos need to be shorter, and it's a women's revolution, so let them fight longer if they want to fight longer.
Yeah, I mean, you're giving these women 15-minute time limits on their matches, yet their matches are 5 minutes and 59 seconds, 6 minutes and 6 seconds, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. 6 minutes and 45 seconds. So on the average, it's about 6 minutes. So if you want to average it out with the 2-minute match, you know what I mean? So give us more wrestling. Anyway, then you have Marty Bell versus Rochelle Evans. Now, Marty Bell won this match. And allow me to find this for you. So, was there anything important about this match that you can remember?
It's just, it was back and forth. It was more back and forth. I was expecting more, like a lot of these, I was expecting a lot more top rope. I don't know why. Are more like doing like flips, or like a couple matches had like a cartwheel and other stuff, random stuff like that, and you don't get that a lot with the women, which I thought, you know, maybe they'd do cartwheel and kick like that one of the matches did, and it's just here, punch, throw you, on top of you, hit you, try to submit you, okay. All right, we got to finally end this match. 1, 2, 3, a winner. That's it.
Yeah, the roll-ups were really kind of sloppy.
Certain slams were sloppy, too.
Yeah. So, I don't want to be, like, super negative, because some of these wrestlers were really good. And like I said, I felt like certain wrestlers should have been respected more. But, you know, it just didn't happen that way.
But the key thing we have to remember here is a lot of them, this is their first time on a televised. So maybe a little bit of nervousness had to play in with some of these matches, because they're used to being in house shows where it's maybe 100, 200, 300 at most people.
Now, Rochelle Evans is from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Another American.
And she's 5'6",
which again, average height for a woman.
And Marty Bell is from New York City, representing the Dominican Republic. And she's 5'4". So you got a 5'6" versus 5'4", which is fair, you know. And that match went for 6 minutes and 11 seconds. So this was the second longest match on this show. So, I mean, then you had Rhea Ripley versus Miranda Salinas. So, this match only went 3 minutes and 58 seconds. And, you know, I want to say that all of these were great. But this was one that ended really quickly. It was like 3 minutes and 58 seconds. And it was just kind of a sloppy roll-up pin, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I believe it was. Because a lot of them had like, oh, we're just going to do this sloppy-esque. I'm just roll you up in 1, 2, 3. And some of them looked like they had no idea what they were doing. Maybe they're new to the whole wrestling. Maybe they're not. But again, like I said, I think the whole of them being it on TV, them knowing it's being recorded to be shown on a company like the WWE, a WWE network thing, and it's being televised, and millions of people, if they have millions of people watching the network, maybe millions of people are watching it, and maybe in the back of their head they was nervous because they were being recorded. And there's nervousness is going to take a toll in different ways. So, I mean, you can't really... I mean, you could get... As a fan, you could have the people that are very nitpicky about certain things. But you got to remember, some of these people are very new, very green to the idea of being televised and wrestling. And expecting to do what they're supposed to be doing and have the match go as how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, then you had Sarah Logan from Louisville, Kentucky. It was 5'6".
Kentucky.
And then you had Mia Yin, who is from
Fontana, California,
representing
South Korea.
This was one of the better matches, in my opinion. Because Sarah Logan, she can go. And Mia Yim did not seem very slow in the ring at all.
They were literally blow for blow matching each other, and it was entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I mean, sign both of these chicks, please, because you want a women's revolution. This is it right here. I mean, this was one of the more entertaining matches of all the 4 nights that you had. So, obviously, would have been, like, at least in my top 4 for matches. So, I don't think it would have been my top match, but at least top 4.
Yeah.
So, and Mia Yim won, and the match also went for 7 minutes and 18 seconds. So, it was one of the longer matches. So, I personally feel... how did Mia Yim win that match again? What'd she do?
I believe she's the one that did the coup de grace. I believe. Because she ran... No, she wasn't. She got a pin.
The chick that did the coup de grace was from Australia.
Yeah. She did her little running and kicking, Yeah. I mixed up. I think she just got the regular pin.
Yeah, I think she did like an enziguri and then a regular pin, but regardless, she's definitely was. I don't know. I felt like Sarah Logan was the one that had the better showing here, but seeing as we've seen her already on NXT, I feel like she's probably already got a contract. So this may have just been a test for Mia Yim. They may have just put Sarah Logan in here and be like, okay, you need to show us that maybe you can help with other incoming talent kind of thing.
Give us an idea if you could, go and become a wrestler, hang with other female wrestlers.
And hang with other styles as well. Because you're putting a chick from the United States against a chick who has a Korean, an Asian style of wrestling. Kind of that strong style. You know what I mean? So, whereas Sarah Logan, I don't know what you'd call Sarah Logan style. Crazy chick style. Nobody is better than Oscar. Yeah, there's some crazy shit there. Then you had the third episode, which was Aisha Raymond versus Toni Storm. Okay, this was probably number 2 on my favorites matches. And the problem with watching this whole tournament in a day is that some of these matches, they just don't stick out in your mind as much, especially some of the earlier matches. And I'm going to ask you, Ivan, if you'd agree. It seems to me like they showed this tournament in an order where they had the shitty matches first and then the better
slowly
matches
got
at
better.
the end.
Yeah, it seems like that, and it's sad to say something like that, but again, you put people who are, again, newer, greener, as some people would like to say, and not necessarily know what they're doing first. So in case the match doesn't look as good as later matches, because you always want to put the later matches out there to, be good, be there, be like the big, that was amazing, I got to see them fight again.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, it just, okay. So, Aisha Raymond was from
London,
England. She's 6'0" but she's 6 foot.
She's 6 foot, the second tallest
woman
in this thing.
And she was the one that was wearing the Awesome Kong-esque outfit, if I'm not mistaken, right?
She is the one that wore the Awesome Kong-esque outfit.
She has some promise. And I will say that. This was not a boring match. And then Toni Storm was from
Gold Coast,
Australia. She was 5'2". So she is 10 inches smaller than freaking Aisha. So, and the funny thing is Toni Storm, she had attitude, too. She's sitting there shaking her ass in front of her opponent, and then, boom, just shooting her ass right in front of her, doing one of those butt bumps. Like, she's got the whole Ozzy Osbourne-esque style, whereas Aisha Raymond looks like, a Twilight reject. So, but... that basically describes their styles. I mean, unlike the chick that said she was a fucking witch or some shit like that. That shit was crazy.
She gets booed.
Yeah.
For those that watch Game of Thrones, you know why she gets booed. You evil woman.
Then you had Dakota Kai versus Kavita Devi. Oh, yeah, by the way, Toni Storm defeated Aisha Raymond in 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Well, just a bunch of crap. Short little shit winning. What the hell?
Match, I think, would have done better if it had gone longer. I would love to see these two back in the ring again against each other. That's really all I have to say about that.
We don't need it, unfortunately, and I know many people are going to go against what I'm about to say. We don't need another short Alexa Bliss running around thinking she could do whatever the hell she wants against someone who is 6 foot tall. No, we don't need no more of that. Boo! Jackass.
Anyway, you had Dakota Kai versus Kavita Devi.
First ever. This is the first ever Indian woman in WWE. She talking about, the great Khali trained us all. This Indian that and Indian this and Albadurka that. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me right now. Okay, what is she gonna do? Get with the modern day Maharaja and kiss butt too like the stupid Singh brothers? No. Get the hell out of here. Go sit down somewhere.
Anyway, Dakota Kai is from Ashland, New Zealand. I believe that's what
Auckland, I believe.
Auckland, New Zealand. My site is shit, so please forgive me if I get this wrong.
It's
She's
not a big deal.
5'6", plus I got cords in front of me. It's annoying as hell. And then Kavita Devi is from
Haryana,
India. And she's
5'7".
5'7".
Which again, average height for a woman. Okay.
5'6" and 5'7". That's pretty average for both women. But I wish they had the weights on here, because Kavita Devi, larger woman, not the largest yet. You know, that they saved for the end of this episode. Because, dear God, the largest woman in this tournament. Nah! You know what I mean?
No.
But Kavita Devi literally lifted Dakota Kai up, full body and all, and just fucking chucked her. You know, straight up Kali style. Now, Kavita Devi, she won via a move we all know, the coup de grace.
No, Dakota Kai won.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dakota Kai won via the coup de grace.
Run up and kicked her and then coup de hiya! Like a female Finn Balor.
Yeah, pretty much. She executed the move very well. So
minus the paint.
I have to say, though, she looked good on the finisher. She did not look good during the match. I think the better match movement went to Kavita Devi, but I think that both of these are people you should have an eye on, considering that Kavita Devi is supposedly the first Indian woman in a WWE ring. So
honestly, I thought she would have won because, you know, the whole it being the first Indian woman. Maybe let her go to the second round. If you're going to have her lose in the second round. I that's just my opinion, but, you know, they're going to do whatever they're going to want to do. So that's more on them than on anybody else.
No. Okay.
No.
Then you had Sage Bennett, who is from Tampa, Florida. 5'1". And then you had Bianca Blair, who is from Tennessee. And let me see. This from Knoxville, Tennessee. And she's 5'1". Okay. First of all, Sage Bennett, who is 5'11", third biggest woman in this freaking tournament. Freaky as fuck.
She's more like a build, but smaller. She's smaller than Nia, but tall-wise, probably as soft now, a little bit taller than Nia Jax. But she has a little bit of meat on her. She ain't skinny.
Yeah, she looks like the Red Witch ate at Golden Corral. So
she's
a
devil.
Huh. I mean, she was freaky in her promo, too, talking about how she was just
a witch and
she was a freaking... She creates her own magic and
I'm like, you gotta be kidding. I'm like, this woman is the devil. Right. She's full of the devil and she needs to go sit down somewhere. You need to pray to Jesus, crazy lady. That's what you need.
Okay, we don't need any of that now, but...
Nah, she needs that. We don't. I didn't say we do. I said she does. Talking about she's a witch. And lost her goddamn mind.
She cray-cray.
She cray-cray.
Yeah, I don't necessarily get why they gave her that, gimmick. If that was her own gimmick. But I will say this, that, bye, I have to be honest, Sage Bennett Sage Beckett, excuse me. She didn't really impress me that much. I felt like the other woman did a better job in the ring.
The only thing she did was freak people out.
Yeah, I mean, Bianca Belair did a halfway decent job, and it just... And plus, Bianca Belair has had a few appearances in NXT, which is why I also think she did a better job, whereas I don't think Sage Bennett had any. So, just at close view, it looked good. I'm not going to say that she's going to win because she doesn't look like a winner. But the match itself lasted 5 minutes and 36 seconds. And Bianca Belair won. Then you had Piper Niven and Santana Garrett.
Now you want to talk about a big woman? Piper? She's on that hefty side. Like, you see this? This is me, fat. Now imagine a female version of me wrestling. That's what it was, okay? Literally, folks. I don't think she weighs as much as I do. I hope to God not, because I'm a heavy person.
If she does, then that other chick really fucking got hurt tonight.
Yeah,
or not
because
tonight, but when they taped it.
Because she jumped on her faster than she did in the buffet line, god dang it. She was like, I'm like, whoa, calm down, Biggie. Biggs.
Yeah, do you
Biggie
want to
Small.
talk about Big E? She fucking gave her the big ending, I'll tell you that much. She just flat out, she literally tried to sit on her. And then she splashed her. And she was constantly using power moves on her. I mean, she was doing what she was supposed to do. So, I mean, Sage Beckett, she's definitely on the hefty side. And she's not what you would normally expect WWE to go for. But, hey, more power to them if they're going to go after women like that. I mean, Sage is from Tampa, Florida. She's 5'11" and on the super hefty side. So, tied, I think, for third or fourth in the largest women, the tallest women in the tournament. And then Bianca Belair is...
You're looking for Santana.
Oh, whoopsie.
Yep. That's okay. We'll remember it next time.
Yeah, no kidding. Just being derpy right now.
That's okay. These people are patient. They better be.
Yeah.
Or you're going to get
it.
Because I will. You will all learn.
There we go.
Extra
Piper
crispy.
Niven is from, excuse me, how the fuck is that pronounced?
Ayrshire, Scotland.
Ayrshire,
Scotland.
She's 5'8".
More haggis.
Yeah, no, she don't need no more goddamn haggis. She's had enough. And then Taina.
No, wrong one. Santana. Garrett, go up.
Oh,
Piper.
Whoopsie.
There you
and
go.
then Santana Garrett
who is 5'5" from Ocala,
Florida.
Florida.
5'5". You notice that half these women are from Florida?
You know half of these people are white?
Shut up. That's not the point I'm trying to make.
She probably wrestles alligators. Well, in Florida, they're going to come on your lawn, You get off my lawn and start wrestling, and then they scare off freaking... I can't say the same about Pip, the other chick. She probably ate the alligator. You know what I'm saying?
Santana Garrett kind of walked into this with, off and on appearances for the last 2 years on NXT. So, I knew who she was, but I wasn't 100% sure that she was going to beat that she was going to beat Sage, but they went for the hefty chick over the beautiful looking chick, and I didn't think they were going to do that with considering some of the people that they chose.
They let Bigums win.
They definitely let Bigums win, which was one of the more interesting
Which I'm happy
ones.
for. Because you don't have much of people like Nia Jax. And Nia Jax, back to the whole it being a bigger woman, regardless if she's heavier or not, she's taller. She's a bigger woman.
Yeah.
Like, China was a bigger woman, and she did great.
Well,
China, again, won the Intercontinental Championship. You can't take that from China.
China was more like Jazzy Gabbert, but
I'm just talking about being tall and big. I'm not talking about these tiny little popsicle, nothing, weighing nothing. Alexa Bliss, you little shit.
5 foot of nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
But, definitely, could have been more interesting, but the match was 7 minutes and 8 seconds.
And Pippa Niven won.
And
again,
by the way, with Sage Beckett and Bianca Belair, that was 5 minutes and 36 seconds. I forgot to say that.
And Bianca Belair won.
Yeah, and Bianca Belair won. But the fact of the matter is that was the end of the third night. So, and out of that whole night, we got 20 minutes and 29 seconds of wrestling. So at that point, it was the second night, which had 20 minutes and 32 seconds of wrestling. Altogether, they had the most wrestling. Then we watched the fourth night, which, in my opinion, this was probably the best night because it had the best match. And I don't think anyone can deny this. Bigums, in my opinion, is up there, along with, of course, Tony Storm. 4 minutes and 30 seconds for that. No. That could have been much more entertaining. Anyway, then you had Renee Michelle versus Candice LeRae. So,
Candice LeRae being Johnny Gargano's wife.
Yeah. Which, they played that up very big.
Oh, but I didn't tell him I needed his help. I don't need Johnny Gargano. I could wrestle myself. Bull.
Yeah. She was all about, DIY. You know what I mean?
So.
But, yeah, I mean, and of course he was there in the audience. Well, if you don't need him, why the fuck's he in the audience? No. And now, Renee Michelle is from Washington, D.C., 5'3", again, representing America. And then Candice LeRae from
Riverside, California.
From who's 5'2".
If you're not out of this country, the two places is either A, East Coast, or B, West Coast. Just saying. Florida. California, West Coast. I'm just saying. There's like very little to like maybe one or two that are in between, that are like Midwest of the United States that were in this. Just, that's a little small thing that I like to share.
So, from what I've read here about Candice LeRae, not only is she, Johnny Gargano's boyfriend, she was also the female tag team champion in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, which is stationed here in California. So, she was, a female tag team champion. Unfortunately, for Renee Michelle, it was Candice LeRae that won in 5 minutes and 37 seconds. I kind of expected this because anybody that's oh, I'm the wife of so and so in the company, and I want to prove I can do it myself. And
or I'm related to this person, but I don't need their help. I'm gonna do it all by myself.
But and so okay, you're doing it yourself, but the company is backing your political, I'm a third generation superstar, which we have more of.
Go away, Roman.
Yes. You suck.
Nobody likes you.
Roman sucks. Ro.
He does more than suck. Oh.
Whoa there.
Ask his cousin to keep it in the family. I don't know. I just don't like Roman. He can go fuck himself.
Anyway, then we have Tanara. Oh yeah, it's
Tainara Conti versus Lacey Evans.
So let me find that match. But yeah, Tanara Conti is from, guess where?
Not Devana. She's not from here.
Yes, she is.
No, it's Nicole.
Oh, is that Nicole? Mm-hmm. Well,
that's why I put it above her name.
And of course, he's gonna sit there
and mess with us.
I know. Unfortunately, I am trying to read certain things about you people.
The people. The people are gonna get what they want. Otherwise, you know what happens when you're not patient. People, I'm talking to all you people that are watching. That watch. You know what happens when you're not patient? You go on the list.
And then you're gonna get
it. Extra crispy.
Boom. Now, come on. It's gotta be
Howie Mandel. Oh, no, I'm joking. I'm gonna start calling her Scary Terry. No, I'm joking.
Scary Terry? What? There it is. Okay.
Tanara Conti.
From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. So she is 5'5", and Lacey Evans is from
Paris Island, South Carolina. South Carolina. No.
But, yeah, this match was 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Lacey Evans, there is absolutely zero info. Yeah, she was in Georgia and signed with WWE in April of 2016. Evans has a 4-year-old daughter who accompanies her to most shows, and she has been the most televised NXT experience of anyone in the Mae Young Classic. So, Lacey Evans did win. So, for if anyone's curious. And, I was hoping that she would win. She's the one from the Marines, I think, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, so that was that woman. And, for Tanara Conti, or what was her name? Yeah, Tanara Conti. That's really hard to pronounce.
That's really hard for anybody.
But, she did all right. And a lot of this, too, and I'm going to be honest, you have a lot of Americans going up with a lot of different styles. So I think that it's going to get more interesting in the second round because they eliminated some Americans, and now you're going to have basically a clusterfuck of different styles going up against each other, and it's going to be more interesting.
Not as many as Americans. And I mean not as many of you still have more Americans. Because you have the Americans that are America, but represent blah, blah, blah.
and then you have all the Americans that eliminated other Americans to make it through.
Exactly.
So there will be less American style and more other style. So then you had Nicole Savoy and Raina Gonzalez.
Guess where Nicole's from? Go ahead, people. Go ahead. Guess. She's from Sacramento, California, representing that 916 word.
Yeah.
916 in his house. Last person we had representing Sacramento was Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock. You know how long ago that was? That was long, okay? Just saying.
That was so long ago. And she, in her hometown, in fact, is, look at right here, Sacramento, California. Baby! Booyaka, booyaka, 916.
Oh my God. This guy with the 916. This guy. What the heck?
So, Sonia's background is centered upon
Muay Thai
and Jiu-Jitsu. And she has spent a significant amount of time
competing for Shimmer.
Sunday is a part of
a true athletic name, Trifecta,
in the world of independent wrestling, alongside fellow Mae Young Classic competitors
Mercedes Martinez and Shayna Baszler.
And she has earned the nickname Queen
of Suplex. Oh, I can't wait, because if she, Brock Lesnar knows what's going on. Brock Lesnar knows Suplex City, bitch.
Yeah. Well, she may be the Suplex City
from Sacramento,
California.
Bitch. Huh. Gangsters. Oh.
Shut up. And then you got Raina Gonzalez from Rio Grande Valley, Texas.
Yeah.
You got 5'7" for Nicole Savoy, and you got 6 foot even from Raina Gonzalez.
Another one of these tall bitches. I need to just go. See, you have them in the damn thing, and you're having them not do too well.
She is just one of 3 competitors to be 6 foot in the Mae Young Classic.
Just saying.
And she played basketball for the Sam Houston State University. And her father, Ricky Desperado Gonzalez, is an accomplished performer and wrestler in his own right. The woman from Sacramento here did an excellent job.
And the big reason, of course, we're from Sacramento. That's why we're going for Savoy. I'm just saying, we're from Sacramento. I like the bigger girls winning, but it's because she's from Sacramento. I pick her.
Yeah. Because she's too sweet.
Too sweet.
So, yeah, definitely was glad to see that she won. And it's been a long time coming that Sacramento finally gets some respect. You know what I mean? I mean, Sacramento is phenomenal. So, you can't undercut what we can produce here in Sacramento. Shout out to all my boys at SPW. So, yeah, definitely a big thing. And then the last match, which, and that match, by the way, went 4 minutes and 27 seconds. You notice how these matches for this last episode were way longer than some of the matches for the other episodes. I mean, you had 5 minutes and 37 seconds, 4 minutes and 44 seconds for the next match, 4 minutes and 27 seconds for that match, and then the final match between Tessa Blanchard and Kairi Sane was 8 minutes and 37 seconds. Almost twice the length of all the other matches combined. Or not combined, but individually.
Now, you guys might say, Tessa Blanchard. Doesn't that name sound familiar? Yes, It does. You know why? Because her dad's Tully
Blanchard.
Blanchard. She was also on, I hate to say this company, Global Force Wrestling. Who cares?
And
fuck that owl.
Yes. Fuck the owl.
Too sweet. And you know.
Yes.
They'll be deleted. Yes.
Deleted.
But you know. I'm just saying, she has family to back it up, but again, that brings the whole thing of
she has a bloodline,
exactly.
And she is the third generation of her bloodline.
Grandfather, dad,
and now her. And we all know how WWE love them third generation wrestlers.
Exactly, that's why they have so many.
However, Kairi Sane was one of the favorites by a lot of people to win this tournament. So, let me find this match. Right.
This is her the whole time after she, when she got in the ring.
Yeah.
Before she had the match. Her little weird salute and pointing to her elbow like this.
Well, dude, she's got that weird pirate weeaboo thing going on.
And for those who don't know what weeaboo, it's people who Japanese everything has to speak it. If they watch an anime, it has to be in Japanese. Otherwise, it's not good.
Yeah, well, not only that. Yeah, so Kairi Singh is from Yamaguchi, Japan?
Yep, Yamaguchi, Japan.
And she is 5'1", so she's a short shit. But
she's not the shortest. There's one that's 5 foot flat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she is the most touted WWE signing of the past 2 years.
They've been looking to get her as long as they've had Asuka, basically.
Yeah, and after 7 years of tearing it up for the Japanese promotion Stardom, where she won 9 titles and several Match of the Year awards over the course of her career, she is known for her devastating diving elbow drop, which I have officially nicknamed Jump the Plank, with the way that fucking elbow drop looks. And on paper, her first round against Tessa Blanchard is the match that quickly jumps off the page. Yeah.
As a must-see. And it is a must-see.
It is.
So.
There's a lot to be said. And then as far as Tessa Blanchard, she's from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Who else is from Charlotte, North Carolina? Woo!
Woo!
Just saying.
She's 5'4". And, okay. So her father is Tully Blanchard, and stepfather is Magnum TA, but Tessa Blanchard wasn't content to live on the strength of her name. When she began training in 2012, she didn't let her family for a full year, or she didn't see her family for a full year, or tell them that she had begun pursuing a career in professional wrestling. Yeah, these two, easily the best match in this first 4 episodes.
Out of the first 32, when you're going down from 30 to 16, this was one of the better ones.
This is the best one, in my opinion. There is no
the best,
question.
But there's other ones that I find almost as entertaining.
Yeah, I guess, but this one, shit. I knew who was going to win just because I've been hearing rumblings of who might win this and whom. And there's a rumor, I don't know if you've heard it, but that they might give the winner of this the NXT Women's title because it's been vacated by Asuka
because she has a broken collarbone.
No, it's because they're moving her to the front lines on Raw, unto which I hope to God you do not fuck her over. First loss in her first month. No, Kevin Dunn. Bad doggy. bad dog, Kevin Dunn. You do not piss me off with Asuka. Undefeated. No one is better than Asuka. Yeah. Seriously, though. But yeah, this match, I loved it. I took in the whole thing. I mean, they both came out there with piss and vinegar. And, you know, I love the way that she came out with a pirate hat and a freaking, one of those sailing boat wheels. I mean, the only thing that was missing was a parrot on her shoulder or something, you know. I mean, she definitely looks like she could tear up that women's division, given the fact that she's just... They're both trained really well. And considering one's a third-gen superstar and the other one's won, 9 titles was what we read?
Yeah.
I mean, come on!
Speaking of come on, he was in the crowd. Not to mention was he in the crowd, she mentioned Shinsuke Nakamura, she mentioned Hideo Itami, and she also mentioned Akira Tozawa.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't in the crowd, though. But, yeah, I mean, she wanted to be like them. She also mentioned Asuka, but...
yeah, Asuka.
It's like, nobody is better than Asuka!
The only four right now active Japanese
wrestlers in WWE. So like,
why not?
We both knew that shit. But yeah, you know, it's just like, I mean, this match definitely was the best of the first round. You cannot deny that. And I don't want to drone on too long about this match, but she won with that elbow drop. She sat there, kind of ripped off her elbow, much like my boy right here, you know, and then just dropped it. And then 1, 2, 3, you know. Yeah, she looked like she was trying not to cry when she won. So I think that this is going to lead to some good matches in the second round. And like I said, I will let all of you know when the second round happens and when I'm going to cover it. So for myself, Gary Maloney, and my boy over here, Ivan, this is Sacktown Slam, and I am signing off.
Oh,